a colossal creature known as the evolved land eater is capable of growing for centuries on the surface of the Earth. But if it existed, it would be more than a monster. Its body would develop through distinct biological stages, gradually forming massive muscles, reinforced armor, and a colossal feeding apparatus. Let's follow one individual from the fully evolved land eater to its tiny egg. At day 0, the future evolved land eater begins life inside a massive 6-foot egg cluster buried underground. Its thick, mineral-rich shell protects the embryo from pressure and temperature changes, while stored nutrients support its early growth. Even before hatching, its digestive system and powerful muscles begin to develop. At year 1, the developing embryo reaches approximately 16 feet in length while remaining inside its enormous egg. Its elongated body begins forming a reinforced spine, powerful digestive organs, and primitive limb structures. Thick layers of muscle develop along the torso and tail, preparing the creature for the extreme physical demands of life after hatching. At year 3, the embryo grows to about 40 feet long. Its skull becomes stronger, the jaws begin to widen, and the forelimbs develop stronger joints. The tail and torso also grow more muscular, helping the embryo push against the shell as it prepares to emerge into the outside world. At year 5, the creature finally breaks through its enormous shell at approximately 82 feet long. Its massive jaws immediately search for food, while its newly developed limbs help support its body on the ground. Still inexperienced, the hatchling follows the scent of nearby prey and makes its first attempt to feed. At year 10, the young creature reaches 165 feet in length and begins hunting larger prey. Although its body is stronger, its movements are still clumsy. During its first serious hunt, it attacks a large animal but loses the prey after struggling to coordinate its developing limbs and jaws. At year 20, the juvenile reaches around 330 feet long and begins mastering its forelimbs. Thick muscles develop around the shoulders and arms, giving it enough strength to grab obstacles and defend itself from attackers. These powerful limbs soon become important weapons as the young giant learns to fight instead of simply fleeing. At year 35, the creature reaches approximately 820 feet long. Its forelimbs are now strong enough to grab and tear apart large prey, while its growing jaws add even more killing power. It begins using both weapons together, grabbing prey with its hands before pulling it toward its enormous mouth. At year 50, the giant reaches 1/3 of a mile long and becomes too large to rely only on surface prey. Its reinforced forelimbs and heavy skull allow it to break through hard ground. It begins digging deep passages underground, using its massive body and limbs to clear huge amounts of soil. At year 70, the creature reaches approximately 1 kilometer in length. Its immense body has become powerful enough to challenge other giants, while reinforced muscles and limbs allow it to navigate massive underground tunnels and defend itself from threats in its territory. At year 100, the giant reaches 1¼ miles in length. Its powerful body can now hunt enormous prey, while its reinforced head and forelimbs allow it to attack from both sides. It can also pursue large animals across the surface before dragging them away to feed. At year 150, the creature reaches 2 miles in length, becoming a true land eater. Its enormous body dominates the surface, while powerful limbs, reinforced armor, and massive jaws allow it to overpower gigantic prey. After centuries of growth, its immense strength and size make it a dominant force across the land. At year 200, the land eater reaches an enormous 3 miles in length. Its body becomes thicker and more heavily armored, while its powerful limbs and jaws continue to strengthen. Massive muscles support its colossal frame, allowing it to cross vast landscapes and overpower its prey. Its powerful feeding apparatus can now consume huge amounts of food, sustaining its enormous body as it continues to grow. At year 300, the creature reaches approximately 3.5 miles long. After centuries of survival, its body is heavily armored, and its reproductive system is fully mature. The giant returns to a secluded underground region where it builds a massive nest and begins producing a new generation of eggs. At year 400, the giant reaches around 4 miles in length. After centuries of growth, its body has become thicker, more heavily armored, and supported by immense muscles. Its powerful limbs and reinforced skull allow it to defend its massive nest, while its body now stands as a living barrier protecting the next generation. At year 500, the creature reaches its final length of almost 5 miles and becomes the fully evolved land eater. Its enormous body has reached its maximum scale, combining immense muscular strength, reinforced armor, powerful limbs, and a colossal feeding apparatus. After centuries of growth, it has become a massive terrestrial titan built for survival, hunting, and overwhelming physical power. If the land eater were real, every stage of its growth would shape its massive body and incredible strength. If you enjoyed this speculative life cycle, Be sure to like the video and subscribe for more giant creature evolutions and monster origins.